Good morning from my side then as well. It's a great pleasure to be also part of this new endeavor, of this new network, and I'm really looking forward to future collaborations. I thought I should bring to this network a little bit one experience of defragmentation of research in the zoonoses field, and then now more and more in the One Health field, which we have tried to undertake in Germany in the past. 12 years of networking zoonosis research in Germany, the German research platform for zoonosis. My background is I'm coming from the Friedrich Loeffler Institute. I'm a veterinarian. I'm heading here the Department of Emerging and Infectious, Novel Infectious Diseases, and we are covering many of the highly pathogenic pathogens, starting from West Nile Japanese encephalitis, Rift Valley fever, up to BSL-4 agents like Crimean Congo hemorrhagic disease and Ebola. And also we are, since 1 year, we are now a national reference lab for SARS-CoV-2 infections in animals. So all started with this German research platform for zoonosis in the year, this is my first slide, but I think everybody has already seen quite a bit on how zoonoses are an integral part of the One Health topic, and so I rather skip that. All started in 2006 because of a big avian influenza outbreak, and lots of research which was started at that time on avian influenza from different ministries in Germany. That is BMBF, this is our research ministry, BMEL is food and agriculture, and BMG is health ministry. And they wanted to have this research sort of a little bit coordinated. In the past, we had the Mad Cow, the Prion platform, that was also an organization of the community where I was also involved, and then so it was more or less obvious to get also a research platform now for zoonosis, and then we were more or less from the begin envolved in this. This research platform is now also supported by the Ministry of Defense. We get support of the environmental ministry, and also for the ministry from the Ministry of Economic Development and Cooperation, which is more or less for the GIZ, the international branch of German activities. This they signed a research agreement at the beginning, and then that was renewed, and then finally that was accompanied also with research projects, with calls, and so on. So that the zoonotic research really was growing over the time. So this is the structure of the zoonosis research platform today. We have about 1,000 members, and then we are covering climate and health, bioinformatics, epidemiology, public health, bacteriology, ecology, virology, immunology, parasitology, microbiology, and human medicine and veterinary medicine. So we don't have so far the social sciences on board, but this is also underway. We are trying to rebuild, restructure our activities. All these members have the possibility to vote or elect an internal advisory board every year. This is renewed. We just had the new election, and then so all the important players in Germany are part of this internal advisory board. And we have an office of the zoonosis platform, which is located at 3 different sites. First of all, there is no priority list, so it's for virology and then medical issues in Münster. It's Stefan Ludwig in Berlin at the Charité. It's Christian Drosten and his people. And for the veterinary part, it's my pleasure to be heading the veterinary branch here at the FLI. Each of these branches has particular areas to cover. In our case, it's very much also working together with young scientists. So these are our activities. We organize events, we have project funding, we promote young researchers, we are an infrastructure, and then so we organize more or less the community, and we are trying to do public relations and be more or less one representative of the zoonosis researchers also towards our funders in order to speak with one voice. The community building is done for example, by joint research projects. So we can grant research projects, or at least we advise that these research projects should be funded to the ministries which I mentioned at the beginning, the 4 ministries, and they then decide. They let us decide what is to be funded, but they support those, and these are either pilot projects, which are innovative, hypothesis-driven projects, or cross-sectional projects where the whole community has something positive from it, such as a sample bank or a technique which is useful for all the different areas. And we have interdisciplinary doctoral projects where PhD students can be hired, and then they should work in all the different areas of the zoonosis field. So they should get a very broad education. In total, we have funded now or supported now or we had applications for 140 projects, and we have a acceptance rate between 30% and 50% grossly approval rates. We are doing also community building by events. We have a national international symposium on zoonosis research every year. So we had just our 13th symposium. This time almost 600 people participated. This was also a virtual event. It's held completely in English, so it's also open to outside Germany. We are happy to have many colleagues there. We have many keynotes from all over the world addressing important zoonosis issues. And you can see we have also many smaller events which we organize, about 6 to 10, 12 events every year. That shows down there the number of members is growing continuously. At the events, we grant poster awards. We have so-called young scientists breakfast, where we ask seniors to sit together at a breakfast with young scientists, and they can ask some questions. How did you get there where you are now? What was your worst and what was your best decision? And so this is very popular. We organize a young scientist zoonosis meeting every year, and they actually vote or elect their representative in this internal advisory board independently from the seniors, more or less. And we have a One Health certificate, which is granted if you are fulfilling certain criteria, defined criteria. And then the certificate has meanwhile already become more or less as an institution in the German research zoonosis research field. And next. Oh. So, and the next, I have some difficulties sometimes to go. Yeah.
Martin, you've got about 1 minute left, please.
Yeah. So we also speak to parliamentarians, and then this is here, for example, one of those sessions during the SARS-CoV-2 epidemic. One issue or one point, how did we act during SARS-CoV-2. We were one of the igniters, the idea giving for a rapid response module in one of our activities, with which there should be a money pot for emergencies, which could easily be granted during crisis times. Ministries have that for APHA and also for FLI, for their institutions, but that should be also available for the academics. And that was launched in 2016. And by that, I've severe difficulties here to go forward. Yeah. By that, it was possible to start funding in 2020, immediately after SARS-CoV-2 emerged. Many projects were funded. 23 collaborations were funded, and 65 individual projects were funded by the Ministry of Research and others. And that is also a sort of a capacity building at that time. So yeah, and I will stop there and would suggest, if you have more questions, just go to this homepage, www.Zoonosen. This is the German term for zoonoses, zoonosen.net, and then there you can get more information.